Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a little bit about Tabbless Pepakura building. You may have noticed when you build something, a Pepakura file, uh, adjacent pieces of the file may overlap one another because you're gluing one piece of the cardstock on top of the tab that is attached to another piece of the cardstock. And if you do that along the whole file, then what you're going to end up with is a lot of uneven surfaces. So it would look something like this, where you have the steps from one layer to the next. Okay. Tabless Pepakura building basically removes the tabs from one side so that you can join the two surfaces flat up against each other and make a nice smooth surface. And the way you do that is by cutting off the tabs and then using the tabs, or by cutting long strips of the cardstock and cutting those into tabs and then gluing them on the back of both sides. So you have a surface that ends up like this, where it's nice and smooth. The back of it, you can see the tabs in the back. So there's no steps. There's not a step from one side to the next. I've also got another example. This one here is a little bit larger piece. So it's very smooth. Both this side is on the same level as this side. And the inside of that piece did the same thing with the nose. Now when you get to an angled part of the file, it's not necessary to cut the tabs off because you can still make it look pretty good by gluing one piece to the next. So on this one, I did not cut the tabs off here. I did not cut the tabs off on this corner either, because those are sharp enough angles that you can still get it to look good without removing the tabs. I'm going to show you a little bit about how to do the build with the tabless building. First, I wanted to recommend the Aleene's tacky glue, because I've used several different types of glue. I've used hot glue, super glue, Elmer's glue, and nothing really was very good for me. But I've used super glue was my preference before I found Aleene's tacky glue. With the super glue, it gave me a nice fast stick, and so I didn't have to hold the piece there forever and ever, and it didn't take up a lot of space like the hot glue does. So I was still able to get a nice clean build. Problem is, it gets everywhere and sticks to everything, and it's hard to clean up. This glue here gives me that fast stick that I'm looking for. Not quite as fast as super glue, but the cleanup is super easy. So you also have a little bit more time to position the parts as well. So I would recommend using the Aleene's tacky glue. Now, as I said before, sometimes I cut out tabs. Here's what's left over from when I remove all the pieces. And what I do in order to get my tabs is I just cut out a strip. Like that, and then I'll just cut the pieces, the little tabs off. Now sometimes if you are using a model that uses varying widths, you want to kind of put it down and see how long the tab should be. Sometimes you have to be specific. Like on this one here, see, I've got some longer tabs and some shorter tabs. So you have to be aware of where the tabs are going. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so here we've got your final result. A nice smooth dome shape. No overlapping edges, so the surface of this is very smooth, and it'll be easy to get a real nice smooth finish with the Bondo or resin. You might not even have to use any Bondo for something like this. And the inside. Okay. So I hope that helps you guys out on your builds, and if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.